Hi, everybody. I'm Cheryl Lintner. I'm a director of the board for ADRP. And in my day job, I'm executive director of donor relations for Meridian Health Foundation in New Jersey. Some of you may also recognize me from the Stewardship Tech Exchange panels that I've hosted at international conference over the last couple of years. I love technology, and I think now more than ever, it can really help us to not only do our jobs better, but to steward our donors in really unique ways. And so I thought it would be helpful to share a couple of highlights from the Tech Exchange. So what I want to start with is handwritten notes. And I know you're thinking, what? Handwritten notes? How's that technology? Bear with me. So I think handwritten notes is really a dying art, right? And a lot of us have capitalized on that. And we've made it become part of our routine stewardship. And then the corona happened. And many of us find ourselves in quarantine, working from home. And we've left our stationery, we've left our logoed cards in the office, or we maybe don't have stamps, or we're not feel comfortable going to the post office, or you may not have incorporated handwritten notes into your stewardship to begin with because you have really terrible handwriting, and the idea of actually sending a card to a donor, might actually scare them away. Or you could be like me and look at the whole process of handwritten notes is really daunting, right? You have to craft the message, and then you've got to write it in pen, and then what if you mess up? You got to start over, and then you got to put it in an envelope, and you got to address the envelope, and you got to get a stamp, and it's a lot of work. And honestly, I'm pretty impatient. And so I was looking for tech solutions that would help me to incorporate handwritten notes into my stewardship, but in a way that was a little bit easier for me to handle. And that's where I found these awesome solutions. So there are a number of websites and mobile apps that allow you to send handwritten notes from the comfort of your couch or your home office using either your cell phone or your desktop computer. A couple of clicks and you're done. So I'm going to share a couple of those with you today. Let me share my screen. Okay, first up is Felt. By far, Felt is my favorite. Their downloadable app is super user-friendly, and it's a great interface. You can use their built-in handwriting fonts, but it's actually much more effective if you're writing your own handwriting. You can see kind of a little bit of a demo here in their video. It takes a little practice at first, but the app has zoom functions that allow you to really fine-tune the size and the placement of your text and make it simpler. So here's a couple of screenshots of a card that I created for my grandmother, using my finger to write the text on my phone. The card itself is a simple square. It's an image on the front, text on the back. You can use their pre-designed cards, or you can upload your own photo or logo, basically any image. You can add additional panels to the cards if you like, and make it more like kind of an accordion card with more images and text content. And the envelope is similar. You can actually zoom in on your phone to write your return address and write your recipient address. And the great thing about the recipient address is it'll save it for later so that you can reuse it. I send these cards to my grandmother a lot, so that feature is really helpful. Felt is great for short messages. It's perfect for kind of a check-in or a thinking of you note. So the next up is handwritten. The great thing about handwritten is that you can choose a real live person to handwrite your note for you. You type in your text on their website, kind of craft your message, and then you select a handwriting style from a drop-down menu from actual writers, Tom, Mary, and Jane. And then that writer will actually handwrite your card, address the envelope, do everything, put it in the mail for you. So here's some photos of some samples that I ordered from handwritten in the past. Handwritten, I think, is a really great solution for people with terrible handwriting, or if you have like a really long note to write. Now the next up is Scribeless. Well, Scribeless offers a lot of similar features to some of the other apps, but Scribeless's big selling point is scale. You can mass produce handwritten notes with them, sending to hundreds, even thousands of donors. And one of the other great features about Scribeless is that they have an option so they can recreate your own handwriting. Basically, you give them a sample and they use AI to mimic it, and then they can send out custom addressed letters, all as if they came from your own pen. This is really great for someone who has really really unique handwriting or recognizable handwriting, especially among some of your larger donors, you can really make it look like it's coming from that particular person. All right, so let me stop sharing my screen, come back to you. So that's it. Those are just some really quick tech solutions that we have available to us to help us incorporate handwritten notes into our stewardship. They're great for right now because you can do them from the comfort of your home or your home office, again, like me here. But I think in moving forward, handwritten notes is something that we should all consider incorporating into our stewardship. It's a wonderful touch. It's, as I said earlier, it's a dying art. People love to receive mail, and it really sets you apart from other organizations. So the tech solutions that I present here today really it's a no-brainer. It makes it easy for you to do that, right? So that's it for now. Stay tuned for future tech solutions to share in another video. I hope everyone is well, stay safe, and thanks again.